Hey guys. Okay. Hi guys. Let me know if you guys can hear and see me clearly, yeah? Let me just adjust the screens. Give me 1 second. Right. Okay. Okay, let's just give the rest of the audience a couple more minutes before we start the session. Right. Today we are talking about we'll be sharing some of our technical setups on all our currency pairs that we have analyzed this morning. So today's session is about Strategy Clinic, where we'll discuss and share with you more about our setups today. Okay. Let's just give the rest of the attendees 2 more minutes before I start the session. Okay. Hi Hamid, hi Zoran, hi guys. Can you guys see and hear me clearly? Let me know in the comment section. Host and panelists, everyone. Okay, hi. Hi. Can you see my screen clearly? Okay. Okay, maybe let me just start by letting you guys bringing you guys to the important pages. Wait, chat is disabled. Oh, okay. Hi. Okay, I've enabled the chat so everyone can see the chat section, right? So let me know if you have any questions or any requests for a certain currency pair. So let me bring you guys to some of the important pages. Give me 1 second. Okay. Okay, so let's say if you guys want to tune in or you have missed some of our important webinars, or you want to revisit, have a refresher course on our strategy clinic or any of our previous webinars, you can come to this page, which is a Vantage page, right? Under the education and tools, there is the educational webinars. So you can take a look at all the important upcoming webinars that we have, and as well as if let's say you can't find the previous webinars, you can log on to our YouTube channel. Let me find. Oh my God. Vantage Plus. Okay, you can log on to Vantage Plus, where you can see all our previous webinars, okay, under the Tuesday or the strategy clinic on Thursdays. Okay. Let me just click in real quick. Okay, this is the section. Let me just paste it here. So these are the 2 important links that I will leave you guys with. Chat still disabled. That's not possible. It's for everyone already. Me to everyone. I have enabled everyone to be able to see my chat. I'm not sure why you're not seeing it. Right. Okay, hi Deborah. Let me know where you guys are tuning in from. So it's a Thursday and it's 5 p.m. here in Singapore. Let me know where you guys are tuning in from. And thank you for turning up for today's strategy clinic. can see it, but I cannot type in my chat window. Is there a chat box somewhere? Click on the chat. There's a chat box at the bottom of your Zoom if you can see or. Okay, so without further ado, maybe let me just start the session now. Okay. Right here. Okay, so today we are having the strategy clinic where we'll be talking about or more like sharing with you guys our setup. So this webinar is brought to you by Everest Fortune Group in collaboration with Vantage Markets. So we are an award-winning research firm and finalists in 2019, 2020, and 2021 for Best FX and Equity Research. So what we do here is we work with the major financial institutions to help them forecast where the markets are headed. And now we have a special partnerships with Vantage Markets where we are bringing you guys the good stuff. Can only write on Q&A. Let me just figure this out. Oh, you can't write on Q&A. Can you see me typing? Yeah, but my chat is for everyone. I have already enabled everyone. I'm so confused. Okay, great. Okay. You can't type there. Okay, never mind. It's okay. If you guys have any questions or any requests, you can just type here while I'll respond on the other chat, yeah? Okay, I don't know what, maybe there's some technical issues or I can't seem to change the settings, right? Okay, so today I will be your host. My name is Annabelle. Okay, before I start, as usual, I will have to do the disclaimer. Okay, this webinar is purely educational only and nothing in this webinar should be construed as investment or trading advice. So please do your own due diligence before you start trading. Okay. Okay. So introducing your analyst, sorry, my photo is not here because I was rushing. There was some technical issue and I had to rush to set up just so that I won't be late. So introducing an analyst, which is myself, but my photo is not here. My name is Annabelle. We have our CEO, which is the chief trader as well. His name is Desmond. Jianing, investment analyst, and Jin, our prop trader. So most of the time you'll be seeing me, Jianing, or Jin on Vantage webinars. Okay, so don't be shy to say hi. Okay, let's move on to today's strategy clinic. Let me just pull out my trading view. Oh, yeah. Okay, charts. Okay, let me load my charts. Okay, market has been quite volatile lately. And we are just waiting for, you know, most of the time now we are just waiting for the Feds to say something before the market actually moves. There seem to be a lot of intervention like for the JPY as well as for the pound itself. But in today's session, we'll be talking a lot more on the technical analysis part because probably in the next session or next couple of sessions, there will be some fundamentals shared by Jin or by Yongjing, the other analyst, yeah? Okay. Maybe we can start with DXY. That's how I usually start my day. Okay. Remove drawings. How we do it is I usually just have a brief glance at where the market is headed from the top frame downward. So some people might start with week, but I tend to start with months now because of the extreme circumstances now that prices are actually moving in too exponentially. So actually, if you go to daily, you can't even see the past history, right? You can't have a benchmark. So I like to start with monthly nowadays. So we can see that for the DXY itself, trend has been on the upward momentum very strongly. Okay. Then we zoom into the weekly. You can see that price has also been only on an upward trend since January 2021, right? See, price has not even came down slightly. It only has been up since 2021. Okay, the last time that it was in a bearish market was in 2020, probably during the COVID crisis, where it actually came down 20 to 30%. Let's see if I'm not wrong. Or 13%. It's not that bad. Okay. This is on a weekly basis. And let's see the 172. It's about 15% as well. Okay. So the DXY hasn't came down since 2021. It has been only upward direction, ascending momentum. So we can probably draw a very nice channel here. You do not want to draw too far because TradingView doesn't allow you to, your frame can't contain so much information, right, at one go. So let me just chart out the, okay. It has already sort of broken, so I actually wouldn't draw the channel itself. It's broken quite a bit here, right? So there's no channel. I'll probably just draw a trend line. This way. Just a rough gauge, yeah. Okay, up only is green. Okay. So let us do some projection or retracement levels here. Okay, and then we have the zigzag. Because if I actually zoom into the 4-hour, it might be too far away from me to drag. Okay, so I usually, if the momentum is very strong, I like to zoom out onto the bigger time frame to draw my charts, to do my charting first. Okay, let's draw some fib levels. Before I zoom in. So as you can see here, prices have actually retraced more than 23. So we are actually looking at a 38. And my projection levels, it has already broken my 100%. So this is totally invalid. I'll probably have to draw a new one. Okay. Okay, so the DXY is actually at this level. It's currently testing my 78.6 as well as my 38.2 retracement. Okay, I'll just leave it there first. Let me just do a projection upward as well, so we know how far the DXY might project forward. Okay, so let me zoom out again on a weekly note to see whether there is any correlation or any like key levels that we can point to, only perhaps at the 100% level, which is a bit far away at the 119, right? Because that was the previous swing high. But with that said, that is too far away a goal, right? You have to break your 61.8 projection and your 71.8, 78.6 projection before you actually hit your 100%, which is the previous swing high as well. So what I'll do is, let me just put this as dotted. Okay. That's if a very strong bullish momentum breaks these two levels of projection, then we can consider that it might touch this level. So the nearest level that I will put is, this would be my second resistance, because first would be here, obviously. This was the previous swing high. Okay. Price is currently testing around the levels of 78.6 projection and 38.2 retracement. Okay, projection, retracement here. Okay, but the cloud seems to, the Ichimoku seems to be telling us that, hey, there is a quite strong bullish momentum. So I would put my first support here. at my 78.6, this region here, between my 78.6 projection and my 38.2 retracement level. So this is the zone that I'll be looking at if my price actually retraces or bounce back down from this level here. Okay, if it goes up and it comes down, this will be the level that it has to break before we actually go down to my second support here, which is my previous swing high. Okay, this level is probably let's see whether it's correct. I mean my 61.8 region. Okay, this level here. My 61.8. Okay, so 61.8 and 38.2. Yep, these two levels here, that it will be my where I'll be looking at if price actually comes down, break my first support, I'll be looking at it touching my second support, testing at this level here. Okay, price came to test one time, test twice, come back down, test again. So it has tested 1, 2, 3, 4 times, okay, before it ascended. Okay, so what happens here is that I'm looking at, since DXY is actually very correlated with your USD, right? And USD has been strengthening the past few months, or I think since 2021, right? All the way until date. So if the rate hikes keeps going up, we are expecting DXY to move in correlation with our USD, meaning to say price might, let me just get my brush. Price might, it has retraced and then it might go up again. Okay, to this level. If there's another rate hike and USD strengthen, we are looking at it breaking my first resistance to come to my second resistance, which is my 61.8% projection level, because there are no other benchmark for me in the previous history for a long time. Okay, so I am looking at this as my projection forward. But if there is an intervention, or if there is a rate cut, we might be looking at a range here, okay, between my first support and my first resistance, and maybe it might break my first support. If it breaks, I'm looking at it coming to my second support for a test before it actually plunges down any further, or before you can look for any further downside, right? Okay. Okay, now let us move to USD JPY. It looks like it's also on an ascending trend, because I mean the currency is USD versus JPY. USD seems to be strengthening at this level here. So okay, this has been charted quite nicely, so I'll just use it. I'll just use it, right? Instead of having to erase everything. So I would let you guys know how I actually charted this. Okay, so right here we are looking at the Nike tick. If you have learned from our previous sessions, we are looking at a 161 extension level here, which it has tested 4 times, or even currently it might go to the 5th time, and rejected all the way. So it is testing at my first resistance now, which is my 161.8% extension level, which is a major key support level. Let us zoom out and see. Okay, it kind of aligns with, if you zoom out to your monthly, right, it actually aligns with here nicely with my previous swing high in August 1998. Okay, so this is the key level that we are looking at right now before it actually moves up even further to 158. I'll just plot it first, right? Let us just dot it, so I don't have to keep zooming to the monthly frame, daily frame, and 4 hour. So this is our previous swing high, which it has been testing for 5 times. And if it actually breaks that level, we are looking at it moving to 158, which is in 1990. Okay, so prices haven't been that volatile or that high since the 1990s, but we are looking at it happening again now in 2020. Okay, So we are now currently, prices are now currently testing my first resistance at my 161.8 and my 1998 previous swing high, which is this level. Okay. And then there is my this is my projection level if it actually bounces back, okay, which is my 38, my 61, yeah, my 61.8 is at this level, which is my second support. And this is my, give me 1 second, retracement, yes. So my retracement here is actually 23.6%. So price seems to be ranging between my first resistance and my first support, as you can see here, right? It has been ranging a couple times and failing to break this level because it's really at an all-time high since 1998. But if actually USD strengthens again, we are looking at a very potential that it will go to my second resistance first, at 147. Let me plot forward to see why I actually put that. Let's see. I think given the circumstance now, we can even move it higher, okay? Okay, so the reason why I put my second resistance here is because of my projection here. 1, 2, 3. And then the projection this way is at my second resistance. This would be more achievable than my previous 1990 high of 158.533, right? So my second resistance, obviously I'll put it here. Unless it breaks this level, then we will come to my 78.6 projection and my 100% projection before it can touch my 158. Okay. So on the 4-hour time frame, we are looking at first resistance here, second resistance, which is my 61.8% projection level based on 1, 2, 3, project forward. If price actually break this level, USD strengthens, we're looking at it to touch my second resistance. But if it fails again, we're looking for a pullback or a ranging or a range here to my first support, which is my previous swing low. I know this area doesn't look that great, but actually it should be within this range. I probably think this is the intervention day. Okay. That's why there's such volatile movement. Usually it shouldn't be this way. Okay. So that would be my 23.6% retracement levels. If it breaks my first support, I'm looking at it to test my second support at my 38.2% retracement, 61.8 projection, 1, 2, 3. Okay. And as well as my previous swing high this level. Let me just grab a drink. Slightly breathless. Okay, let me know if you guys have any questions or any requests, right? I will be covering probably 3 more currency pairs. If you guys are interested in cryptocurrency, I could do that as well. Okay, I could do gold for Zoran, right? Okay, now let us move to let me cover a couple more majors before I move on to gold. Okay. So for USD, CHF, okay, same thing. I think these are actually, yeah, this is my charts. So we usually plot it in the morning, first thing in the morning. That's why you can see all my charts that are plotted. Okay, I'm lazy to remove it, so I'll just tell you my thought process and how I actually plot my prices, my charts, right? Okay, so for USD CHF, same thing. If you zoom out to the weekly or the monthly, you can see that the prices has also been moving upward only because these are all USD based currency. So if USD is always on the move up, then we'll be looking at the USD based pairs moving up as well. So zoom into the daily. Okay, seems to be a range of double. Okay, this is clearly a double top. This one not formed yet. Okay, prices seem to be moving higher. Okay, you can see this ascending trend here. Okay, zoom into the 4-hour. Okay, this one looks like a very clear. Let's see. My projection forward, you can see here, 1, 2, 3 projection to my 100% here at this level. That's why my resistance is here. Projection forward to see how far it can go from 1, 2, 3. Okay, so this is my second resistance, which is a 61% projection forward, as well as my previous swing high in June 2022. Right, so at this level, I'm expecting a lot of resistance. So you could actually play a breakout from here to here for a buy, or you could do a reversal once it touches here at my second resistance level. Okay, so it's depending on how you trade. You want to trade reversal or breakout? Okay, then I have my, let's see whether there are any flip levels. Okay, it's not really in line, so I wouldn't draw it at that level. Okay, no. Okay, so my first support, this is my first support here. It's somewhat within my 38.2 range because it's probably at like, it's quite a bit. It's like 30 pips. Okay, but anyway, this will be the zone that I'll be looking at for my first support. Prices come down again before it bounces up. Okay, first support. Second support is here. Why is this here? 6. Yeah, I see. So it lines up nicely at these levels, but not here. Okay, I could do this level as well. Actually, no, this is a nice level because it cuts through this key level here, as you can see. 1, 2 rejected, breakout, come back to test again and again before the ascent, and then come back down, break it, test again and again. You see all these levels here. So I will put this as my key support, although it doesn't sync with any of my flip levels, right? So I'll just leave it. Okay, so for this second support, I'll put it here where it touches all my levels, and this will be a overlapping support, a very key overlapping support. Okay. So if price, let me grab my brush. So as we can see that price actually came down quite a lot here and it has been reversing. So we are expecting a bullish momentum because, price is going upward. It can retrace slightly, but we are seeing a upward trend here, as well as this way. Higher lows are being formed, higher highs. Okay, higher lows and higher highs are being formed. So we are expecting price to actually go up in my range slightly here, but ultimately, if USD strengthens, we're looking at it moving upwards this way, as well as is respecting my Ichimoku cloud. Okay, so if price actually comes up here, you might see some resistance at this 127.2 levels, right? Before it breaks out to test my second resistance. And at this second resistance, you are expecting a lot of commotion, a lot of resistance as well, because this is my 61.8% projection, as well as my previous swing high in June 2022. Okay, so so you can play the breakout or you can play the reversal here. Okay, depending on what kind of trader you are. And if it doesn't break out and it pulls back, break my first support level here, I'm looking at it testing my second support at this key support level. Okay, I could potentially draw. Okay, let me try. I could potentially draw a. Oh, no, it doesn't. Yep, nope. Okay, it doesn't sync, so I wouldn't force it. So this second support level here, where it's my key support, overlapping support. Okay. So this is how I do my charts for my USD/CH, Swiss franc. Okay, let us do some Euro and GBP. So these are the two major major currencies that has fallen quite a bit actually. So this is how my pound dollar looks like. On the monthly chart, it has been on a downward trend since since 07, right? In a downward trend. Okay. So let us look at weekly. This is obviously a key level here. Okay, triple top. Okay, we'll just focus on this area because you know, the other prices are too far away to execute any positions. So on a daily chart, we're looking at a very, very strong downward trend. I'll zoom into the 4-hourly because on the daily, it's not executable. I want to define it more. So how I actually come to my resistance and support level is that, okay, this area here have been tested twice and rejected. Okay, although price is sort of like coming up a bit, but it has rejected 2 times. So this would definitely be my resistance number 1, because there are no other levels you could put a benchmark, or you could draw a fib level, or so I will put this as my first resistance level, which is my 38.2% retracement from here to here. Okay, I wouldn't draw from here to here because then it would deviate too much. Okay, there will be too much space. It might not be that accurate. Okay. So my fib level from here to here, this is my 38.2% resistance level. Okay. And my first support is obviously the previous swing low here. As you can see. Okay, this is the lowest point. So this is my first support. Second support wise, let us zoom out again. There is no other. It has already broken my my previous swing low here in 1985. Okay, it's about the one. Let me just see. It's about 1.0516. Yeah, it's about there. Okay, so it wouldn't make much difference. I couldn't draw a second resistance, but let us try to put a projection forward. Okay, I could do this. Okay, projection from here to 3 points. I could do this. This would be my second support. Okay, this is more executable, right? Instead of me putting like really far away, this is executable. Or if you think it's too near to execute, you could actually put it at my 78.6. So these are projections level, and it's actually good if you have no other benchmark. Okay, you have to drag back to 1985 to actually tell you where's the lowest point. So if there are no other benchmark for you to know where to go next, a fib projection level is actually great. Okay, to give you a rough gauge, okay, of where prices might go next. For Sana, I could potentially show you Fibonacci retracement, but we do not have the time. If you do want to see a webinar series on it, you could tune into our previous our previous sessions that is recorded on Vantage YouTube. Okay, you could find it on our YouTube channel. Okay, so right here, if prices actually comes back down to break this level, we're looking at it testing my second support at my 61.8% projection. And if breaks this, we are looking at it testing my 78.6 before any further downside. Okay. Then my second resistance, how I actually do it is I have to scroll back again to my weekly. As you can see, this is the nearest and key level here. Okay, so it actually came back all the way down, but it bounces off. So this is the next key level that I'll be looking at, which is my second resistance, and it coincides with my 78.6% Fibonacci retracement, as well as my, here's this level. Okay, oh, it doesn't. So this is my 78.6 retracement level. And let me zoom in. Okay, so it's my 78.6 retracement level all the way back here, my second resistance, as well as my previous swing low. That's why I had this. So if prices were to break this level here and move upward, we are looking at it testing this level here at my 1.1408 levels. Okay. But the Fibonacci is telling me that, hey, you know, prices are still in a downward momentum. And obviously the whole chart is telling you that it's in a descending trend as well. Okay. So at times where, you know, if you're looking at 4 hours and there is nowhere near for you to benchmark or for you to reference to, you can always zoom out on a bigger time frame. And it gives you a bigger, wider view. Okay, if not, zoom into the weekly or even the monthly if you have to, because all the prices previously would have made an impact or would have been a gauge or a support resistance level for you to benchmark, right? So, yep. If you ever zoom in on a 4 hour or 1 hour or 50-minute and you can't see any benchmark or reference, you always zoom out to a bigger time frame. Okay, that's just the rule of thumb. Okay, now let us move to, I'll probably do gold then, okay, because we don't have much time left. Okay, let us look at gold. Okay, usually I like to see on a monthly time frame first because prices have been really crazy recently. First thing that I see here is a very clear double top, very, very clean double top. Okay, it has broken my shoulder. So I'm looking at it breaking this Ichimoku cloud already since it's midway. I'm looking at a further downside just by the monthly chart, but we have to zoom in because it will look different on a different time frame. And obviously, Monday is not a executable time frame unless you are really holding your positions for a long, long time. Okay. Weekly chart. Okay, very nice. M here. Head and not head and shoulder, double top. Okay. Now daily. Let's take a look. Okay, see your daily time frame, your Ichimoku would have told you that it's starting to be a downward trend, right? It's here. And this I can probably draw let me see whether I can do it. Draw a channel. I think it might be quite nice. We can potentially do this. Let's zoom in. Okay, this could work. Okay, a rough gauge of how a channel will look like, right? So this is on a daily time frame. Okay, you can see that price has been descending below my Ichimoku cloud as well. So you know that the overall trend is still downward, especially when you see this. Okay, price might go even further down. Okay, now zoom into 4 hours so it's more executable. But if you feel that, you know, your price has been going up and down too much, you can draw your lines or your Fibonacci's on the daily time frame before you zoom in. Okay, so from here, I probably would draw let's try to draw my projections. Okay, I'll draw my projections to 61.8. And maybe here. To see how far it will go. Okay, then I zoom in. Okay, because on a bigger time frame, it always looks much neater. Okay, so that could work. It might be more accurate that way. Okay, so my first I'll put at this level here, this region here, because it aligns with my resistance. That will be my first resistance. Let me just adjust slightly. Okay. First resistance, let me draw my first support. So first support here because that's the previous swing low. Okay, there's no other benchmark unless you zoom into it's too far. See, from my first support to my second support, if I were to put here, it's too far away. Okay, it doesn't make sense. That's why the projection level actually helps a lot. Okay, so my first support is at my previous swing low, and then I will put my second support. Actually, I'll put my second support here, which is the reason why I choose not to put at my 61.8 projection, because number one, it's too far away, not executable. And number two, I feel that if we are looking at a channel and it's you know, moving along within my channel, then the next level it will seek to break would be here, right? You know, prices might actually come down here, bounce up. That's a normal, typical moving within a channel looks like. But if it wants to break out the channel, then there's an extra effort to break this level, right? You see, reject, reject. If it wants to break this within a channel, it will take some effort. So I would put my second support here. At this level. Yeah. Okay. So I'm looking at price actually coming down to this area. Okay, to break my first support first, obviously. It has to break my first support before it actually will come down to this level. So prices are still moving below my Ichimoku, signaling that, you know, hey, prices are still in a descending trend. Okay. If it actually reverses, I will actually put my first resistance at this level here. And this will be my second. Reason being, this is a key level to take note of, overlapping resistance, where you can see that prices actually took some time, come here once, rejected, twice, 3, 4, 5 before a break. And it actually came back up to test again. So this is a key resistance, overlapping resistance level that I'll be looking at. Okay, hi Dayanidi. Okay, welcome to Vantage. Hi, Sana. Sana, YouTube channel name, please. Oh, I actually pasted it on the chat if you can see. Right, there are two links there. You can copy and paste it again. Okay, so let me continue, yeah. Okay, so for this resistance level, I'll actually put here because that is my key overlapping resistance level that we're looking at. Let me grab my pen. I seem to lost it, my brush. Okay, if it comes back here, it will definitely test this level again because it has tested many times before a break to my second resistance, which is here. And all these actions that I have drawn is all within the channel itself, okay? Because we're looking at a descending trend in a channel, right? Here. Okay, so price usually tend to respect the channel quite a bit. If there's a breakout, usually there should be some major news. Okay. Let me know if you guys have any other requests. Okay, for Sana, can you see the links, the two links that I have pasted on the chat box itself? Let me try again. I know you guys cannot type, but let me know if you can see it. Chat box is not disabled. I have actually enabled. How? I do not know how to actually enable it because I have enabled it to Oh, okay, got it. Can you guys see now? Hi. Okay, now you can ask me questions. I'm so sorry, guys. Because there's another section here that I put for everyone, but then I am not too sure why you guys can't seem to talk to me. Okay, yeah, great. Okay, can you guys see? Okay, I'll just paste the YouTube channel again in case. Okay, so that's the link if you guys have missed any of the previous session or you want to see some of our educational webinars, you can actually tune into that YouTube page. Okay, Vantage Plus, you can log in to see all our other previous recorded webinar series, okay, including Fibonacci as well. Okay, I'll do one last currency pair because we have to end the session slightly earlier. We have another session that we have to go to using this computer, right? So let us do, okay, let me see. Okay, let's do a popular pair. How about Euro? Or how about Swiss franc? Oh, Swiss franc, we have done it. Euro USD, have we done this? We haven't done it, right? Yeah, we haven't done it. So let's do one last Euro USD before I end this session with you guys, okay? Same thing, I'll do the monthly because prices has been crazy recently, right? Markets are crazy right now. Okay, you can see that trend has been in a descending manner since March of 08. Okay, March of 08, it has been in a downward trend, creating lower lows, lower highs and lower lows. Okay, very strong descending channel, very bearish. So on a weekly, very bearish as well. Double top created at this level. Okay, somewhat a double top. Okay, daily, I have drawn this channel here, very, very nice channel. And prices seem to be respecting the channel a lot. Okay, so let's zoom into the 4-hour so it's more executable. Okay, so within the channel itself, my first support is here because this is the previous swing low, which is in sync with my, I have to zoom out very, very far away. Okay, it's not even that far. Okay, the next, if it actually breaks that level, we are looking at a lowest since November 2000, which is 84136, 0.84 levels. But what I've seen here, okay, is I have projected with, okay, on the daily chart, on the 4-hourly chart. Okay, this is the lowest level, so it will be my first support. Okay, this area here. First resistance, obviously, it will be my projection forward because this is also the area that prices has rejected and come back down. So this will be my first resistance, second resistance at my 50% and my overlapping resistance because price actually came here, touch 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, then break, and then slightly come back up to test again here before it comes back down. So this is a key level that I will definitely take note of. Okay, my second resistance is here. Okay, so what will happen? Okay, we are looking at prices still, respecting my channel itself. So right here before the downside of the channel, it actually bounced back up. Okay, so I'm looking at it probably breaking my first resistance and second, I would think probably come up slightly a little bit more. Okay, that's my my own view of what's going to happen to Euro USD. I'm thinking that it will come back here before it actually moves down because it is a very strong Ichimoku that we can see here, signaling that price are in a very bearish momentum as well as USD has been strengthening. But if there are any other news that might affect USD, definitely this will be a lot more volatile. So I'm looking at price coming to test here slightly. If it breaks this level, we are looking at it to test my second resistance here, as well as my overlapping resistance because of all these levels that it has tested many times and here. Okay, if price actually bounce off from here. I'm looking at it to test my first support, which it has rejected twice. So this will form some resistance here as well. Okay. And if it ever breaks this channel, let me just drag forward, because it has been respecting the channel many times. So it will take a lot of effort to break this channel here, to break this channel. So it will come back down here to my support. There'll be a lot of resistance at this area, this zone here. If it breaks, then it will definitely come down to my second support in a very strong bearish momentum. Okay, because to break this zone here will be a very tough, will be very tedious. Okay, so if it breaks, it will come down to my second support at 0.9344, which is my projection level of 61.8. Okay, so I'll leave you guys with all this analysis and setup that I've discussed and planned in the morning. So I hope you have learned as much as I did, and I will see you again in the next session. Okay, welcome, good, I'm satisfied and interested. Thank you, Dia Needy. Okay, thank you guys. Thank you, Sana, Hamid. Okay, I'll see you guys in the next session. We are rushing off for my next webinar. Thank you.